Godzilla vs. the Hulk. The ultimate showdown. Who would win? Hey folks, ever kicked back and thought, what if Godzilla and the Hulk threw down? T-Rex vs. Biceps sounds wild, right? Today, we're diving deep, real deep, into this colossal clash to figure out who'd actually win in a no-holds-barred battle. Buckle up, because this is gonna be one epic ride. Let's get into it. Rocket. Alright, let's start with the big guy, Godzilla. Originating from the depths of Japanese pop culture in 1954, Godzilla isn't just a giant lizard. He's the embodiment of nuclear devastation, a living, breathing consequence of humanity's atomic ambitions. Born from nuclear radiation collision, his very existence is a nod to the dangers of messing with forces beyond our control. Over the decades, Godzilla has evolved. No, seriously, he's had multiple forms. From being a city-stomping menace to becoming Earth's unlikely protector globe, and sometimes an anti-hero battling even worse threats like King Ghidorah. Remember that time he took down Ghidorah in Godzilla, King of the Monsters, 2019. Absolute legend. Powers and abilities. Atomic breath fire. This isn't your regular fire breath. We're talking concentrated nuclear energy capable of leveling entire city blocks in one blast. Nuclear pulse high voltage. An explosive release of nuclear energy that acts like a shockwave, obliterating anything in close proximity. Regeneration green heart. Thanks to his nuclear-powered biology, Godzilla can heal from injuries that would be fatal to other creatures. Durability shield. His skin can withstand missiles, bombs, and even other monsters' attacks. Conventional weapons? Mere mosquito bites. Notable feats. Survived being in the epicenter of a nuclear explosion and actually absorbed the energy to become even stronger. Defeated space monsters, giant robots, and ancient titans. In Godzilla vs. Destoroyah, 1995, he was literally melting down but still managed to save the day. Switching gears to our favorite green Goliath, the Hulk. Debuting in Marvel Comics in 1962, Dr. Bruce Banner's life changed forever after that infamous gamma radiation experiment gone wrong radioactive. Instead of, dying, he transforms into a giant rage monster whenever he's, angry. Talk about anger management issues. But here's the kicker. The Hulk isn't just one-dimensional. Over the years, he's had multiple personas. Savage Hulk. The classic, strongest there is, but not the brightest bulb. Gray Hulk. Joe Fixit, a smarter, more cunning version who worked as a Vegas enforcer Joker. Professor Hulk. The brains of Banner with the brawn of the Hulk, a dangerous combo. World Breaker Hulk. When you tick off the Hulk to the max, you get this unstoppable force capable of shaking entire planets' Milky Way. Powers and abilities. Limitless strength biceps. The angrier he gets, the stronger he becomes. There's theoretically no upper limit. Regeneration drop of blood. He heals incredibly fast. Lost tissue, broken bones, no biggie. Durability shield. Bullets, rockets, lasers, they all just bounce off. Resistance to mind control brain. Powerful telepaths struggle to control him due to his immense willpower. Notable feats. Held up a 150 billion-ton mountain range during the Secret War's snow-capped mountain. Punched through dimensional barriers. In World War Hulk, he took on the Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, basically everyone, and came out on top. Digging deeper into Big G's arsenal. Atomic breath fire, not just destructive but also incredibly precise. In Shin Godzilla, 2016, he sliced through skyscrapers like they were butter. Size and mass Japanese castle. Standing approximately 393 feet tall, that's about 120 meters for our metric friends. And weighing around 90,000 tons, Godzilla's sheer presence is a weapon. Imagine getting tail whipped by that mass. Durability shield. His thick hide is practically impenetrable. Conventional weapons are laughable against him. Even specialized weaponry struggles to make a dent. Regeneration green heart. He can recover from severe injuries, like when Mechagodzilla blasted a hole through him, and he just shrugged it off eventually. Unlimited strength biceps. This isn't hyperbole. In The Incredible Hulk, number 126, he literally withstood the weight of a star. His feats scale astronomically with his anger levels. Regeneration drop of blood. There's an instance where Hulk regenerated his entire musculature in minutes after being stripped to the bone. Adaptability tornado. Hulk can survive in space, under deep ocean pressure, and in extreme temperatures. His body adjusts to the environment super fast. Intellect. When Banner's in control, brain. As Professor Hulk, he combines Banner's genius-level intellect with Hulk's strength. That's a game-changer in strategizing during battles. Even the King has his kryptonite. Energy dependency high voltage. Godzilla's powers are tied to radiation. If he's depleted or in an area devoid of nuclear energy, he could weaken over time. Slower movement turtle. Let's be real, he's not winning any agility contests. His massive size makes him less nimble, so faster opponents can exploit this. Sensory overload speaker. High-frequency sonic weapons have been used against him. In Godzilla vs. Biollante, 1989, humans used artificial lightning to induce a meltdown. Even the Hulk has off days. Emotional vulnerabilities crying. His transformations are tied to his emotional state. Certain conditions can calm him down, reverting him back to Banner. Reversion risks anti-clockwise arrows. If he becomes Banner mid-battle, it's game over. Banner's human form is extremely vulnerable. Psychic attacks brain. While resistant, extremely powerful telepaths like Professor X have been able to affect him, albeit with great difficulty. Picture this. An abandoned coastal city. Think San Francisco meets Tokyo. Skyscrapers pierce the sky, bridges span across glistening waters, and the streets are eerily empty. It's dusk, so the sun's setting casts dramatic shadows and a fiery horizon sunrise. Storm clouds gather, and thunder rumbles. Perfect setting for an epic clash, right? Environmental factors. Urban jungle cityscape. The cityscape provides plenty of materials, cars, buses, even entire buildings, for Hulk to use as weapons or shields. Access to water droplet. Godzilla can retreat or draw power from the ocean, maybe even pull off some amphibious tactics. Weather conditions cloud with lightning and rain. The brewing storm could introduce random lightning strikes, slippery surfaces, and reduced visibility, adding another layer of complexity. Godzilla's massive silhouette emerges from the ocean, water cascading off his scales. On the shore, Hulk arrives, eyes glowing with determination. Godzilla senses a disturbance, an unfamiliar energy unlike any he's felt before. Meanwhile, Hulk, perhaps enraged by another failed experiment or provoked by military forces, finds himself drawn to the shoreline. The two titans lock eyes. The air is thick with tension. You could hear a pin drop, if it weren't for the crashing waves and distant thunder. Without warning, Hulk makes the first move. He lets out a guttural roar, Hulk smash, and leaps high into the air rocket, aiming a titanic punch at Godzilla's snout. The impact is colossal, causing Godzilla to stagger back slightly, a testament to Hulk's strength. Godzilla, not one to be outdone, swings his massive tail T-Rex, catching Hulk midair and sending him smashing through several buildings. Debris flies everywhere, but before the dust settles, Hulk bursts out of the rubble, even angrier. His strength amps up a notch full score. They exchange blows, Hulk tearing up the pavement and hurling chunks of concrete, while Godzilla unleashes his atomic breath. Hulk, showcasing his agility, dodges the beam but feels the heat singe his skin. He retaliates with thunderclaps, hands clapping that generate shockwaves, momentarily disorienting Godzilla. The battle reaches a fever pitch. Godzilla begins to charge up, his dorsal fins glowing intensely fire. He's preparing for a nuclear pulse. Sensing the danger, Hulk channels all his rage. Veins bulge, muscles enlarge, and his green hue darkens. In a daring move, Hulk leaps onto Godzilla's back, pounding on the glowing fins in an attempt to disrupt the charge. The energy buildup is unstable. Suddenly, a massive explosion erupts high voltage, a blinding light engulfing the city. The shockwave levels the remaining structures. Both combatants are thrown apart, landing miles away from the epicenter. The landscape is unrecognizable, a wasteland of twisted metal and shattered concrete. As the dust settles, we see Hulk struggling to his feet, man-zombie. He's battered, bruised, but his healing factor is kicking in. Across the wasteland, Godzilla rises from the rubble, smoke emanating from his body. They stare each other down once more. But this time, there's a hint of respect. Maybe even acknowledgement. Both realize that continuing the fight could be catastrophic, not just for them, but potentially for the planet. Godzilla lets out a resonating roar, speaking head before turning back toward the sea. Hulk, his rage subsiding, watches as the king of monsters disappears beneath the waves. The battle ends not with a bang, but with an unspoken truce. Now let's break this down like the nerds we are. Nerdface. Physical strength. Hulk's strength increases with his anger. In terms of raw lifting power, he's lifted over 100 quintillion tons in the comics. That's a 1 followed by 20 zeros. Godzilla, while immensely strong, hasn't showcased lifting feats on that astronomical scale. Durability and healing. Both can tank insane amounts of damage. Hulk's regeneration is near instantaneous, while Godzilla's is fast but not immediate. However, Godzilla's durability might edge out due to his ability to survive planet-level threats without sustaining injury. Energy projection. Godzilla's atomic breath is a significant advantage. It's a ranged attack with massive destructive capability. Hulk doesn't have a direct counter to this, though his thunderclaps can generate similar shockwaves. Stamina and endurance. Hulk's stamina is virtually limitless as long as he remains angry. Godzilla, on the other hand, can tire if he expends too much energy without absorbing more radiation. So, who takes the crown? Crown edge factors. Hulk's advantages. Potentially limitless strength and stamina. Superior agility and speed. Instantaneous healing. Godzilla's advantages. Massive size and weight advantage. Long-range attacks with atomic breath. Ability to manipulate the battlefield, e.g., causing tsunamis. Scenario 1. Hulk, through escalating rage, eventually overpowers Godzilla. His strength reaches a point where he can inflict significant damage faster than Godzilla can recover. Scenario 2. Godzilla keeps Hulk at bay with atomic breath and strategic use of the environment, possibly even dragging the fight underwater where Hulk is less effective. Variables to consider. Versions of characters. A world-breaker Hulk might have the edge over standard Godzilla, but if we're talking about something like Burning Godzilla from Godzilla, King of the Monsters, who has near-nuclear explosion levels of power, the scales could tip back. Environment. In a radiation-rich environment, Godzilla could absorb energy and remain at peak power. If the battle drags on in such a setting, Hulk might be fighting an uphill battle. Conclusion of analysis. In a straight-up brawl, it's a close call. But if I had to choose, I'd say Hulk edges out slightly due to his limitless potential. But hey, that's just one geek's opinion. So there you have it, folks. An in-depth, nerd-out session on who would win in a slugfest between Godzilla and the Hulk. Both are absolute powerhouses with feats that defy logic and physics. Exploding head. Whether you're Team Godzilla or Team Hulk, one thing's for sure, we'd all pay good money to watch that showdown. At the end of the day, these characters are iconic because they resonate with us on different levels. Godzilla as a force of nature and a cautionary tale, and Hulk as the embodiment of internal struggle and the duality of man. Pretty deep for a couple of giant smashy dudes, huh? But hey, that's enough from me. Hooray, what do you think? Does the scales tip in favor of the King of Monsters, or does the Green Goliath take the win? Drop your thoughts, theories, and even your own battle scenarios in the comments below. Let's get this debate rolling. Enjoyed this deep dive into hypothetical battles? Smash that like button, Hulk style. Collision, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bellhop bell so you won't miss out on more epic content like this. Speaking of epic clashes, stay tuned for our next video where we pit two legendary warriors from different realms against each other. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Winking face. Big shout out to all the amazing artists and creators who keep the legacies of Godzilla and the Hulk alive. And of course, thanks to you guys for watching and supporting the channel.